Hello, how are you all? Right now I'm outside actually. I've just come for a walk. I'm in this beautiful garden. Let me show you how it looks like. Such a beautiful garden here. Alright, so today I'll be talking you about what are the things that I look for in candidates when I take the interviews. I have been taking interviews for the last few years for various companies, and I have interviewed more than I guess 40 people. I do not have a count, but I think must be 40 or 50, that number. Okay, so I'm going to share with you my experience of interviewing candidates. Impressed me, what are the things that actually impressed me. Now it might differ actually if you will be interviewed by someone else. He or she might look for something different, but there are some common things that we all want to look for in candidates coming for interviews. So I hope that this video is useful to you. You will be asked questions from your CV. The first few questions will be from your CV. So you should be really thorough with your CV. You should know most of the things that you have written on your CV. Because on your CV, if you are lying, you have written something on your CV that you do not know, you're completely unaware of things that you have written on your CV, that's a very bad sign. It's a red flag. You have that freedom of doing a bit of a marketing on the CV, but do not write wrong things. Do not write things that you are not very comfortable with. It is good to write a few things and be really thorough with that. Be really good at all these things in answering questions if asked, rather than writing just too many things and not very comfortable in all these things. If you asked questions outside of a CV and you can't answer, that's still fine, because that's a random question and there are just thousands of such random questions, and you may not be able to answer some of these questions which are outside of your area, core area. But if you cannot answer question on the core areas, the areas where you have worked on, and people will hire you for your strengths, not for your weaknesses. Right? If you are a good programmer, just highlight it on your CV. If you are a really good mathematician, you are a data scientist, you know a lot of statistics, highlight that on your CV. You are a business person, you know a lot about business, and you have the experience of working in various areas of business, highlight that. So whatever area you're good at, if you are a good organizer, a good project manager, a scrum master, or you're a really good technical person, your CV must reflect that. So make sure you highlight all these things on your CV. And if you prepare your CV well, in my view, that's almost like 60-70% of your interview. So that's the most important thing in my view, and that's what I look for. And the second important thing I look for is that whether you have done any research on the job you have applied for. So good to do some research actually. I have come across candidates, especially freshers, people fresh out of university, they come for interview without doing any research about the job profile, and they barely know anything about the job profile. There are a lot of things out there on the internet, so good to know. You are not expected to know everything, but good to know few things about the job you have applied for, especially for fresher. I know this is not a big problem with experienced candidates, right? Other than that, your interest actually. Well, skills can be learned. If you're not great at programming, if you haven't been able to answer a couple of technical questions, fine, you still can do a good job, right? A lot of information is available on the internet. You can refer to various blogs and videos and get things done. But if you do not have strong interest, okay, so you must have really great level of interest in the work that you're doing, whatever be it, right? You really have to show in energy and show that you are really interested in the job and you have strong interest. Then there are other things also which are important. For example, your soft skills, your how you actually present yourself, your communication skills. I have interviewed mostly the technical people, so the emphasis on communication skills, soft skills is relatively less compared to, say, for example, in profiles like marketing, sales, and HR, or general administrators, that kind of job. Maybe in those jobs, soft skills matter a lot more. But for technical profiles, it matters. These things matter a lot less. Still, good to have actually. Good to have really good communication skills. If you have that, then I must say that try your best to impress the interviewer through your communication skills. Okay, honesty is very important. So don't try to say wrong things. Don't lie in an interview. If you do not know something, that's fine. You are not expected to know everything about your own field. There will be questions you will not be able to answer. That's fine. All right. And preparation is very important. Prepare for the interview actually. That's very, very important. If you think that the job requires a certain skill and you do not have that, good to do some courses, or maybe just read a couple of things on the internet. A lot of things, free things are available on internet. A lot of YouTube videos, a lot of blogs out there. You read about that, and if you get asked questions in the interview, just tell the interviewer that, look, I do not have the skills, but in the last couple of days I have been reading a lot about these skills, and I think I will pick up on the job. Right? So that gives an assurance. So preparation therefore is so very important. And the right attitude is also very important. Some people simply do not like to work in team. They have attitude issue, and people who have actually attitude issue, they are actually vocal about this issue. They do not hide these things. That's also a red flag, because in the times that we live in, a lot of the projects are done in teams. You will not be working in silo. So make sure you are a good team player, and if you are not, try to learn actually how to work in a team. These are some of the things I wanted to share with you. I hope that it helps, and please leave a comment if you have any questions.